Time you would like to convene, the floor is yours.
Okay. So I would like to call the Planning Commission meeting to order. Today is January 13th. And can I ask for a roll call, please?
Yes. Commissioner Austin,
Here.
Commissioner Brooke,
Here.
Rose,
Here.
Scheffler,
Here.
Sheaf,
Here.
and Chair Carter Bowen.
Here. All right, so the next up on the meeting is the approval of minutes for the last meeting, which was January 13th.
I'll move to approve those minutes.
I'll second. This is Commissioner Rose.
Okay.
And I'll conduct the roll call vote. So Commissioner Austin,
Yes.
Commissioner Brooke,
Yes.
Commissioner Rose,
Yes.
Commissioner Scheffler,
Yes.
Commissioner Sheaf,
Yes.
and Chair Carter Bowen.
Yes. Okay. So the next item up is to open the public testimony portion of the hearing. Is there any public input?
Staff has been monitoring our public input lines, and we have not received any public input for tonight's meeting.
Okay. Thank you, Sherry. So it looks like our first item and only item is PH1, tentative parcel map number 83184. And is there a report for us?
Yes, thank you, Chair, and good evening to you, Commissioners. I hope that everyone is doing well this evening. I'm just sharing my screen here and hope that you can all see that.
Yes.
Great. The item before us this evening is a tentative parcel map, which is for an application to merge two parcels that are located up on Skyway. The Monrovia Municipal Code requires that all parcel maps be reviewed by the Planning Commission for compliance with the provisions of the Subdivision Map Act and the Monrovia General Plan. So the subject properties that we're looking at tonight are located on the south side of Skyway. They're both irregular in shape, and they're located at the terminus of the street there on the west side. The parcels back up to residential development on West Scenic Drive. You can see way down at the bottom of your screen. The smaller parcel on the west measures approximately 24,000 square feet, and the larger parcel measures just over 68,000 square feet, for a total land area of approximately 2.1 acres. The property's land use designation in the general plan and on our zoning map is Residential Foothill, or RF, and it's just outside of the Gold Hill specific plan area, which is that thick dashed line that you see on your screen. The RF designation is intended for areas that generally have relatively steep slopes or are environmentally sensitive, and the RF zone allows for residential development of one dwelling unit per acre of land. These two parcels are surrounded by single-family development within Gold Hills, the RF, and the residential low-density zones. So there is a pad area that's situated towards the north of these two lots, and then a steep slope that runs from north to south for approximately the rear two-thirds of the lot. You can see the level area has been outlined in gold. The properties are currently vacant, and they are under single ownership. A review of the ownership history of the land has indicated that the two parcels have traditionally been under single ownership. The current applicants have owned the property for more than 20 years. By recording this parcel map, the property owners gain flexibility to either sell the land as one parcel or to move forward with a future development proposal. The RF designation is utilized across the northern portion of the city in the foothill areas, and it has the lowest density development standards of any of our residential zone designations. Here we can see some of the flat land from Skyway, that's the image on the left-hand side, and the steep slope from West Scenic Drive. So the hill behind the house is actually part of the subject parcels. The house is on Scenic Drive. The RF development standards discourage excessive grading, requires conservation of natural topographic features and landscaping, and it prohibits cantilevered construction with the exception of decks. Given these constraints, as well as the existing street configuration and the limited developable pad area of each parcel, developing these two lots separately would be challenging. However, consolidating the two parcels would create a developable area that's consistent with the majority of the parcels in the RF zone. There are several findings, though, that the Planning Commission needs to make in order to approve this parcel map. So the project is consistent with the Monrovia General Plan in that it meets the requirements of the RF General Plan land use designation, as well as the zoning regulations for the RF zone. The RF zone requires a minimum lot size of 15,000 square feet, with a mean average area in excess of 1 acre. A minimum lot width and lot depth of 100 feet is also required. Though the two parcels are irregular in shape, both narrow at the north property line where the street access is located. Separately, neither of these parcels meets the 100-foot lot width requirement. However, when you merge the two parcels together, it does meet all of the minimum lot size and dimension standards for the RF zone. Therefore, the parcel map brings two non-conforming parcels into conformance with the development standards. Since there's no physical improvement or land development that's proposed in conjunction with the map, staff anticipates that there will be no impacts to the environment, public health, city utilities, wastewater discharge, or public easements. Additionally, if we were to develop these two parcels separately, staff anticipates that there would be significantly greater impacts to both the environment and the surrounding neighborhood. Due to the small pad area and the non-conforming lot widths, development of each parcel separately would require the approval of variance requests as well as possible hillside grading, which would cause substantial impacts to the surroundings. However, any future residential development will still be subject to review, either through the Development Review Committee's neighborhood compatibility process or by the Planning Commission through the Hillside Development Permit process. Both of these processes include a thorough review of possible impacts to the environment, neighborhood, and city service levels. Furthermore, the city engineer and the Monrovia Fire Department have reviewed the tentative parcel map for appropriate access, design, and safety standards, and have determined that the lot merger would preserve public safety and provide adequate circulation for vehicular and pedestrian traffic. Finally, staff reviewed the proposed lot consolidation against the housing needs of the San Gabriel Valley region. The region is currently experiencing a housing shortage. Staff believes that the consolidation of these two parcels will facilitate single-family development on the resulting parcel of land. Here we have an image of the proposed parcel map. The contour lines on the map indicate 1 foot of elevation change. You can see that they get closer together the further south that you go. The tentative parcel map has been reviewed by the city engineer and the fire inspector. Their conditions of approval primarily consist of required submittals for recordation of the final map in compliance with the Subdivision Map Act. So with that, staff and the DRC is recommending approval of the tentative parcel map. That concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions at this time.
Thank you, Teresa, for the report. Does anyone have any questions?
Madam Chair, I do.
Commissioner?
That's Commissioner Austin.
Okay.
Okay. For Teresa, I'm a little, it's not clear to me where those lots are as respect. If you could put up the, that's a good one there. Thank you. The two would be in the yellow are the relatively flat properties that abut the Skyway, and the parcels we're reviewing are below, because the pictures look like we're reviewing the flat land. And am I correct on my analysis there, or could
So-
you educate me?
Currently, both parcels have both flat land area as well as
Okay,
steep slope
okay.
area. These outlines in blue that I'm hoping you can see my cursor there,
Yes.
those represent the two parcel areas. So this one is parcel A. This one is parcel B. On top of that, I overlaid this gold image here to
Okay.
kind of illustrate where the flat and developable land is on these two parcels.
Got it, got it. I was confused. You cleared it up. Thank you.
Are there any other questions, fellow commissioners? No? Okay, so we will now move on to the public hearing. Is the applicant available and like to speak?
Yes, we do have the project representative present tonight.
Carrie, do we have it?
Your microphone.
I'm sorry, my microphone was muted. We do have the project's representative present tonight. Ms. Carrie Hellman is here.
Okay, hi there, welcome.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Thank you very much for the review. I think that Teresa did a complete report and said everything very succinctly. The lots are very steep down towards the south end, and then up towards where the gold is the developable part.
Okay,
It's a pretty straightforward parcel joining.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carrie, do we have any other persons, maybe in favor or with concerns that would like to speak at this time?
Staff has been monitoring our input line, and we have not received any further written comments or verbal comments for this project.
Okay. All right, so now we will close the public hearing. And commissioners, do we have any further questions? Okay, so if no further questions, I think I'm gonna ask for a motion.
Madam Chair, this is Commissioner Brooke. I'd like to move to approve tentative parcel map number 83184.
I can second that.
Okay, thank you, guys. And staff, may we have a roll call, please?
Yes, of course. Commissioner Austin,
Yes,
Commissioner Brooke,
Yes.
Commissioner Rose,
Yes.
Commissioner Scheffler,
Yes.
Commissioner Sheaf,
Yes.
and Chair Carter Bowen.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Chair, if I could just read the appeal language. Decisions of the Planning Commission may be appealed to the City Council if filed in writing to the city clerk within 10 days, and note that there is an appeal fee required.
All right, thank you, Craig, and thank you, Teresa, for your report. So this now moves us on to the Community Development Director report.
Yes, thank you, Chair. And good evening, Commissioners. Just a few things to update you on tonight. First of all, you may notice that we have a new member joining us tonight, Council Member Blackburn. As you know, the Planning Commission reorganizes every year. The City Council does something similar. In addition to reorganizing with a new rotation of the Mayor Pro Tem seat, they also reassign or confirm assignments of their various duties on the council. As the council, in addition to being the city council, they also have a lot of other duties, including being liaisons to the various boards and commissions. So Council Member Blackburn will be the liaison to the Planning Commission for this upcoming year. So we welcome him to the Planning Commission.
Thank you, Mr. Meadows.
Couple other things. If you haven't had the opportunity to watch the State of the City, I would encourage you to do so. I think it's a really nice, succinct presentation. It is available. If you go to our website, it'll take you there right from the front page. A lot of great information. It's just really exciting to see all the things that the city accomplished, even with all of the challenges that we had this last year. And then some of the things that are going to be coming forward. So it's really interesting. So again, if you have the opportunity, I certainly would encourage you to watch the State of the City. Some other staffing news. Some of you may have heard that our building division manager and building official Evan Knuckles accepted another position up for Northern California, Monterey County. So his last day was on Friday. So we are going to miss Evan very much. He did a terrific job moving the building division forward, implementing the new code cycle, a lot of new processes. But I am really excited that we have appointed Greg Boyajian, who is currently our plans examiner, as the acting building division manager, as we assess how we want to move forward. But I've been really impressed with Greg's work. He's been with the city for 5 years. He's got a great technical knowledge, but he also has a really good understanding of how to get things done, finding solutions, and really looking at things and doing things the Monrovia way. So I'm very excited to welcome him as in his new capacity. And then finally, there was we had a little bit of technical glitch on the housing survey, but it fell off the radar, and then we brought it back to life. So we've extended the date to the survey to next week. So it gives more people opportunity to fill out the survey. So please pass that along. What we will also do is we'll get out to the Planning Commission tomorrow the link. If you haven't had a chance to take the survey, please do so, and also forward to anybody that you think might be interested or want to participate. So I think the more input that we get on this survey, the better the end result, and we're going to be able to craft the housing element really to address the needs that the community is looking us to address. So so far the response has been good, and we look forward to getting even more response. That is all my updates, so I will close it and turn it back over to the chair.
Okay, thank you, Craig. Are there any other announcements, fellow commissioners? Does anybody have any announcements or reports? No? Oh, wow. This was a short meeting. I hate to call it, it's so fast. All right, if that's going to be it, meeting adjourned.
Good night.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.